What's up, guys? Welcome back. We got Mike, we got Jason, we got Jake, we got Happy Trapper, we got. That's it so far. Right there, Mid South. We're just doing the hashtag sticker this time because I don't think he's giving away the magnets anymore. What's up, boring? What's up, Queen? Man, you guys came in right at the same time. How about that? Let's see. I kind of am a stranger, huh? It's not really my fault, though. You quit your job today. What in the world? You coming all the. What's up, Skipjack Cindy? Let me get on my phone here so I can do some stuffs. No, this is what I want right here. And I want to go to my channel. Well, how do I do this? Right there. Anthony J is a member. Sweetness. Appreciate you, man. You can become a member of my channel for a very small fee. What's up, Three Guys? Guys, if you haven't picked up Three Guys Outdoors, that is Brian that used to be Vintage Fishing and Outdoors. He lost access to his account. What's up, Kevin? Welcome in. Appreciate you being here. But as I was saying, thank you, Cindy. For like $1.99, less than what you pay for a Starbucks, you could be a member of my channel, and you get early access to my videos. And I put you in every one of my descriptions of the thing. Are you in your boat? What's up, Living a Man? Appreciate you coming into the small channels and stuff here. What's up, Terry, Mr. Tully?
You guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't know who that is, Terry. Some weirdo that looks kind of like you. Man, you should have come out with
He
us.
looks like me. Come on.
I know. You should have come out with us, Jake. We caught way more fish than you did.
I know. You know them guys that are all about the Columbia River, they don't like to change.
I know. I know it.
Hopper's awesome. He's a good dude. But his fishing spots are just not as hot, you know?
Yeah. I know, Daniel, but you're doing it right. Hey, I appreciate all you guys leaving comments on my video. I think that really helps. I am stoked at how well that video did last week of Dockside Charters, because that was
How many views you get on that?
I got 1,300 so far.
Dang.
And it's only a week old. That's what I'm saying. It's way better than most of my videos. So I'm really happy with that for their sakes.
Yeah, that's sweet.
So I think I still got everybody mods in here. What's up, 3030? Appreciate you.
30-30, what's happening? AJ got 5th in his tournament. Nice.
Got 20 people up in here and 10 thumbs ups.
I'm going to Selects on Wednesday, I think.
You're going what?
To the Selects on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. Is Terry going with you?
No, he tried to get the day off, but it's not happening.
Yeah.
Loser.
What guys are popular there, Brian? Foxman, what's up? Welcome in.
Hey, Earl, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so my mic's working, right?
Yep.
Okay. I just got done cleaning my boat, organizing it, so we gotta jump on and carry on.
If anyone would like to be you know what? If anyone would like to be a member of my channel, it's like $1.99 per month, and you get early access to my videos. And I put your link to your channel in my description of every video that I put out. So if you would like to be, I'd appreciate it.
It's
If
pretty
not-
good because Earl has all kinds of videos coming out, and I get to see them before everybody. It's pretty nice.
Right now, if I would edit all my videos, I would have 4 extras that you could see, I believe. And you get cool little stickers like these guys are using here.
Yeah.
But except that you can't see them in StreamYard. You only can see them in YouTube side. Can you guys see them? So all these guys that are putting all these emojis out are channel members. Yeah.
Wow, it's all weird. All
That's
good.
right. That's right, Terry. That's awesome, Fox man. Do you go up by the Silettes for that? Yeah, Boring is a member as well. Boring Fisherman. I'd say it's a pretty good deal for $1.99, but it helps me out too. That adds up every month. If you're going to be a member, it adds up a little bit. So I appreciate it. I had Terry go with me last Saturday because the ocean was supposed to be a little bit rough for my boat, and we ended up starting in the ocean in Newport, and then we went to a different bay and fished the Jaws, and that video will come out sometime in the future. 30 fathoms northwest of Depot. Most of the time we will do though. 30 fathoms, that's 180 feet. Well, that ain't so bad. Yeah, we ended up, when we quit fishing the ocean, we were up by right around the lighthouse, and 170 or 180 feet, somewhere in there, 160, I don't remember. And one person on the boat was not feeling good at all, so we decided to go fish the Jaws instead. So we left. But yeah, Jay or Ken, I saw your comment about not seeing eye to eye for your step grandmother's, whatever it was, funeral. That's unfortunate. Stink bug or something.
Is that what that is?
I don't know what it is. Smell it. I think it was a stink bug. Chad, what's up? What's up?
Let me know if Brian ever jumps in here.
Brian, which
Auto Magic.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna be tying up some rigs, and I'm going Wednesday to the Selects. I'll try to get me some fishies.
I was a little surprised at how well my boat did in LC.
Oh yeah, were you guys? Did he get low on you?
No,
You guys
I
high
mean,
tide the whole time?
I was in, huh?
Were you guys high tide?
We went in at, well, it wasn't a super low tide when we went in, but rain Wednesday should push the batch of Chinook in the bays. A few here and there, but nothing great yet. Yeah, pretty much. When I went out the first time, I was in like 2 feet of water, 2 or 3 feet of water, but then by the time I came back in, it was like 6 or 7. But my boat will handle 2 feet, I think, pretty easily.
Yeah, I mean, you got a jet. Plus, you're probably only 30 inches, or you're probably only 20 inches
Yeah.
draft. Huh?
Right.
I'm 2 feet.
I ain't
Great.
sending you any crab, Queen. You got to come out here and catch them. What's up, Randy?
Hey, you guys run 40-pound for the Chinook? 30 or 40?
Doing what? We were running. I was tying 40. Well, whatever Terry had, I think it was 40-pound. But I've seen it a lot lower than that there. We got 16 thumbs ups. You do 40 ultra green. That's what I've been running. I mean, if I time, I said that's what I do for lingcod. Fox, man, I know you're a mod, but I don't remember your channel for some reason. I wasn't subscribed to it, but I am now. What's up, Joe? stopping by during break. You know you're going to get called off of break real soon here, right? What's up, 402?
Yeah, I'm gonna join back here in a minute so I can get my headphones working again.
Yeah. Right, Terry? I got the fish in, though. Son. Oh, great. That's good news. Oh, man. Let me see if I can share a clip from Saturday here. I should be able to. Share. Oh, not that way. Let's do share video file. Let me go to right here. I think.
Yeah, look at all them boats. We got us a fish here to be proud of, son. One that we don't have to tag. He's a jack.
Not that one. What's up, Jake? Let me find the real one here that I was looking for. I was going to show you how many boats were out there. I don't know which one it is. This one, maybe.
Jake's falling in, not Jake. I keep calling him Jake. Terry falling in love with my boat here. This is like Drano Lake out here. Almost. But we got a fish. Not now.
There you go. That'll go in the video.
You guys scared on the bottom? Yeah.
A little rough out there, huh?
It wasn't bad. Barbie thought it was bad.
Yeah, she was feeling it in Newport, wasn't she?
Oh, yeah. It didn't. Yeah, she was still feeling it over there at Waldport, too, just because she had already gotten some. What's up, Sandy? Long time no see. You'd be chumming it, all the fish in. Well, I mean, it would have helped, maybe. Good things that Terry was there to save us. You know, I wouldn't have gone out there by myself. I know that because I don't know where stuff is. 19 thumbs ups. That's pretty bad there, Brian. Jake, did you see that?
See what?
The comment there?
No, hold on.
What's up, Outfish Ontario? Welcome in.
Yeah, that's the plan. I'm hoping to troll the slats for sure. And Sandy, I'll be sending you a picture Wednesday night of some massive fish.
That's funny, Randy. She claims she didn't about, but I think she did. What's up, Cecilia? We got 22 thumbs ups now. I have to go over to John Day on Wednesday again. Run another big job over there on Thursday morning. Mike, I probably could if I might have to get on Jake's boat again, show him how it's done. But I was proud of Jake, though. He caught some fish out on the ocean by himself. I was pretty proud of him there. He did all right. What's up, Adventure America? Welcome in. I never have. What's up, Dan O'Hara? I never have Foxman, but I know a guy up in I used to work with a guy that moved back to Otis, and they fish out there all the time. Yeah, I wouldn't have killed you. I just wouldn't have gone out there. $25 thumbs ups. It's time for a giveaway. Hashtag sticker in the chat. What's up, Ed? Hashtag sticker. Let's do this. Randy, old gray-haired man. Burrito. Catfish lady. I don't know what he's doing. Two Brothers Treasures magnet fishing.
I'm tying up some leaders.
We got a Queen Hess riding the donkey. We got a boring fisherman that's just a fish. We got Barbie in Oregon. Right there. Hey, there's Two Brothers Treasure magnet fishing. They must have heard their name. We got Pest Hunter Outdoors, Pest Hunter's Best Catch. We got Woody's Trapping. This way. There you go. No BS catfishing. Ottercat. Skipjack Cindy.
Yep.
Mrs. Adventure.
Miss AA.
And AA. Can't forget this. I'm going to set them there. I got My Style Baits. That'll be the last one going in this bundle. That's a lot of stickers, just in case you didn't know that already. Hey, you already got one of them. All right, hashtag sticker. If you don't have it in there yet, you better get it in quick, because as soon as I put these in here, I'm gonna go draw hashtag sticker in the chat. All right. Trying to see if I missed any. I don't think I missed any. All right, here we go. Share screen. Giveaway tool. Share. 13 entries. Here we go. 14 entries. Somebody else just got in by the skin of their teeth. Chad Thomason. Huh. I still have all 4 of them that I haven't sent out from last week, but Chad was not one of them, so I guess he gets it. What's up, Sandy?
What's going on?
Man, long time no see.
Yeah, I've been busy.
Hey, Sandy.
I believe it.
You better, because there's no other reason for you not to. I'm trying to figure out what Jake is tying.
He's tying mooching rigs
Okay.
for salmon fishing.
I'll show you the next one. I'm gonna tie another one up here, and I'll show you.
Do you do the egg loop knot?
Yeah, I do the egg loop all the time, just in case I ever want to throw some eggs on.
Yeah. I do the egg loop knot too because that's the first one I learned how to do, and I just do it because it's just because I do. I've been up here all the time, Queen. What are you talking about?
Zipret.
Yeah, I
Anthony,
don't-
you're gonna have to like find a name and then just stick with it because you're changing my nickname like 5 times a day.
I don't have any more room on my board except for a
I'll be
couple
right.
little stickers.
I'll be back. I gotta go get my son from the park, and I'll jump on here in a minute.
All right,
Right. Are you gonna get a bigger board?
I'm gonna make another one like this and maybe hinge it to the side. Make a V, and then once that one fills up, we'll make a U. And then once that fills up, people are out of luck.
You're gonna screen off your deer head if you do that.
I'll put it behind me more instead of having the couch in the background and stuff. I'll put it here, behind me, and over here.
Do you have that many friends?
Not yet, but I'm getting there.
Oh, let's see what these people are saying. Hey, River.
Did you see the fish that I caught Saturday? Sandy? Let me show you this fish.
Possibly not.
It was the one Randy was holding. That's the one I pulled in. Right there.
Oh, that was your fish, not his fish?
Yeah.
Is that what you're claiming these days?
No, it's not what I'm claiming. Well, yeah, it's what I'm claiming, but that's what's the truth. And then he caught one smaller than that later.
I know, Cindy. It's not even remotely the same.
This was Ed's fish on Saturday.
I think I've seen these photos. Did you put them on Instagram?
I didn't. Not Ed's. Ed's is Lawrence Martin in the chat. That's him in the blue shirt.
There's
They
some
went out
good
of-
salmon.
Yeah, those are nice.
Some on an ugly sweater.
Who has an ugly sweater?
I don't know. I just saw Anthony's comment. It says sew them onto an ugly sweater, Christmas sweater. But then Queen Hess is asking about wallpapering, and I'm like, what is going on? Can we start wallpapering? Why
You
on
know
the
Dan.
earth would you
know
want to
it,
wallpaper?
Dan. Oh, that got Grant so good.
They only have 2 on Ed's boat.
That's all right, Randy. We have salmon in the freezer already. Did you see that, Sandy, where I hooked that tuna carcass up to my hook and dropped it over?
It was not. It wasn't your best form, but it was hilarious.
Oh, I could have videoed it better, but it was his face was priceless, man.
No, the video does it justice for the moment. I think if you filmed it better, everyone would think it was staged.
Yeah.
But it was like right in the moment you caught it all. It was hilarious.
It's really cool though, because he's used to filming. So I mean, if whatever I don't catch, he gets right up in the camera there. It's pretty good.
Wallpapering with stickers. Is that what the comment about the wallpapering was?
Yeah.
Just the sheer amount of stickers.
Wallpapering.
Okay, I totally missed it. Thank you, Chad, for getting me on chat.
Yeah.
Because I missed it. I'm not firing on all cylinders today. First light. Where's Bobby?
I don't know. He hasn't
I
been.
have not seen Little Italy for a long time.
He's been putting a short or two out every once in a while, but
He's pretty stagnantly quiet, though.
oh, Lauren's here. We can relax, he says.
Oh, okay. Hands off the computer. Works though.
We're so waiting for you, Lauren.
Now what are we gonna do? We've already given the stickers away.
I want to tell you about my date that's going to have to happen tomorrow. It's aggravating.
Your date.
My day.
Oh.
Josh gave me 2 jobs for tomorrow. And one of them's a big job and one of them's a small job. And I loaded up all the trim for both jobs. I went down to load up the coils and I cannot get all the coils on no matter what I do. So I have to go drive an hour and a half, run one job, come back and get one coil and go back an hour and a half and do another job.
You can't
So
stick the
annoying.
coil in your passenger seat?
No.
Why not?
I should send you a picture of the pickup right now. It's squatting like mad, but all the coils are too big except for the ones that needed to be big. Do it, Lauren. Somebody will give you feedback.
I'll give you feedback. It'll be honest.
You talking about Grant, Dan? Yeah, he ate a tuna heart, I think it was, raw right out of the fish.
A heart.
A heart, tuna heart.
No. I don't know why people feel the need to eat things that don't need to be eaten.
Exactly.
There's a whole fish there with amazing fillets. Why do you feel the need to eat the innards? Like, do you not love your taste buds?
I'm with you.
People are
100%.
The same goes for, I've heard people eat, who was talking about it? It was on Cindy and Travis's live. Or maybe it was Rudd with Travis. They were talking about like cow's tongue and brains and kidneys and
The tongue is all right. The brains and the kidneys, not so much. The tongue is just another muscle. That's all that is.
No.
Yeah,
No.
it is.
It might be, but that doesn't mean you need to eat it.
There's nothing wrong with muscle. A ribeye is a muscle. What's up, Bud Files?
No. Yeah, but a ribeye,
What's up, Barbie?
tastes delicious compared to tongue. Okay? I don't care how you stew it up. I don't care what you do to
What's
it.
up, Oregon Fishing Adventures?
No. Hey, Bud and Barbie. Barbie.
Oregon Fishing Adventures, you will now be a mod.
Hello.
I think you will.
Is that like the same link, Lauren? I feel like it is. Let me click that.
I'm going to try to make you a mod. It's not letting me for some reason. Here we are. I got
Thank
you.
you, Dan. Thank you, Dan. Dan says it perfectly. There's too much good stuff to be eaten instead of the filters and the sewage dump and the cleaner uppers.
Catfish fever outdoors. You had a rattlesnake tonight come on Paw Paw. What?
Wow.
That ain't no good.
Rattlesnake ain't fun. That's your own opinion, Mid-South. It's not confirmed.
Which new video am I looking at? Oregon Fishing Adventures? I'm not sure I've seen the ones you're talking about.
That reel looks pretty. What's the specs?
Somebody give Lauren feedback on the links that he's sending.
I'm looking at it. It looks nice, but you've got to look at the specs to.
He was asking me if it's good enough as a 6-2 or something like that. I'm like, I have no idea what those numbers mean. I just go find a reel and use it. I don't. Trolling for salmon. Caught my first ever Chinook while trolling. Awesome. That's awesome. I just pulled my first ever Chinook into my boat Saturday. It's not my first. It's my first Chinook on that boat. Not my first ever Chinook. It's my second ever Chinook.
I mean, it reads well. Depends on what he wants. Depends on the model.
I have to go check that out, though, for sure.
All depends on what you want to flick a line at with that one.
6-2 to 1.
You mean they go from 17?
6.2 times for every turn on the crank. That's probably a fast enough one for crabbing for sure. That'll get it right on up in there. Is it a 5,000 or a 6,000 or a what? Bank catfishing is primary. Well, that'd work for that too, probably.
If you get the 5 or 6, I think you'd be covered.
Mid-South says it's a 5,000. Mid-South says it's not a saltwater reel, but you're not going to be doing saltwater unless you're crabbing. And if you rinse it down good.
I mean, my reel's saltwater, but the rule of thumb is you'll always wash it after you're done.
Right. I always.
Even the ones built for saltwater will still disintegrate if you don't take care of it.
That ocean wasn't that bad.
How bad was it?
It was supposedly 5.5 feet at 10 seconds or something like that. It wasn't real nice, but it was fishable.
It was fishable. That widens the gap of how the ocean was tremendously. You should be fine with that.
Jerk the lip off it after the third crank.
You just gotta go slow there, Dan. There's no rush.
You got to know Lauren. He's an ancient guy, so he can't crank real fast like that. He's more of a like this, so that would be good for him. Barbie, stop being so dramatic.
But you're alive, Barbie. There's no harm. Got sea legs just from fishing the tide water.
Jake, are you seeing this? Barbie's being all dramatic.
It couldn't have been that bad.
I was coming in at like 13 to 15 miles an hour, so I mean it can't be that rough out there. Of course, I was coming with the waves, so that helped.
That helps. If you're going against it, possibly I would have believed that she was dying, but
We were going against it while we were trolling. Had to feed and water dogs.
Oh, you had her scared out there, huh? Scared and sick.
Were you sick, Barbie?
Yeah, she was sick. She didn't throw up, but she was sick. That's why we went to the other bay. But she continued to be sick because it was kind of rough out in that bay too. She said she almost threw up.
I don't know. I kind of just don't have any sympathy right now.
Randy says CPR 7 times, but it's fine.
It's fine then. You're still here. Never been seasick before. I don't know. I get land sick. I've never been seasick.
You get the sway when you get back?
No, just land sick in general. I don't even have to be out in a boat for a day and come back. I walk like Captain Jack Sparrow after I've been out in a boat and I come back and I'm all like tilted on the side. But even the other day, coming back from the mainland side, we got halfway home and I said to her dad, I got to pull over. And she was like, why, what's wrong? And I just pulled over, got out of the car, walked off to the grass and just threw my guts up.
Oh,
me and land don't go together. You know, the quickest way, if you're feeling seasick but not quite throwing up, the quickest way to get rid of it is to actually get in the water.
Probably, but it's
not
too
what's
cold.
here, but
What's up, Skinner?
he's Josh.
My boat is not top heavy.
Wandering around yelling whether Rum. Me and Rum are not friends. It'd be the scotch that would disappear. How deep is the Columbia River?
I don't know. What's up, Brian? What's up,
Oh,
Alex?
not much. Just hanging out here in the middle of all this wildfire smoke.
A little bit back there.
Oh, did
Yeah.
you change your name?
He
Well,
lost his other account.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was sitting here
account
thinking,
got
oh, there's a new guy. This is awesome. And it's Brian.
Brian, what's happening?
Yeah. Oh, not much, Jake. How you doing?
Good. Where you been?
Out here in the high desert. So hanging out with my dogs. I got those guys out here. So wherever, they don't stop moving. So they're running around. They smell everything. They smell deer. They smell birds. They smell everything.
How close are you to where Joe and Heidi are?
I'm probably not all that far. I since I lost access to my other accounts, I wasn't able to get a hold of Joe to let him know that we're moving over here. So I was hoping that I would be able to get in touch with him, hopefully by some means. But it's how it goes.
I'll send you his number. I'll text
Okay,
you.
that sounds good.
I'll do that right now before I forget.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. I've been coming over here all summer, just trying to move stuff over from home and, looking at houses. We got an offer in on a house not far from this property that I'm at now. And so hopefully we'll be able to get that deal closed up by the end of the month and have our house sold over in Milwaukee. So it's kind of, it's been pretty up and down. So it's put a ton of work into our house to get it ready to sell.
Yeah, I saw you were doing a whole bunch of that.
Yeah, paint, windows, remodel the bathroom. I did it all in about 6 weeks. I did a new vapor barrier under the house. That was a fun time with 24 inches of clearance. So it's like being wrapped in a body bag when you're under a house, and it's not fun. It is not fun.
Not at your height, it wouldn't be.
You should be getting that anytime.
I just got it. Thank you, Earl. I'll get in touch with Joe, and that way we can connect. I did go down to the state park last week when I was over here doing another load dump, and I picked up 5 fish in the morning. So that was pretty productive.
I'll just be a minute.
He's
We got-
tying for salmon, Barbie.
Yeah, he's
going
tying
on
that.
the Let's Wednesday.
Hey, Jake, you gonna go float eggs?
I don't know. I think we'll troll for a little bit and then maybe float some eggs. I've seen some videos just from the other day of them floating eggs and doing good. So maybe a little both.
Yeah, definitely. Last year I went down there with Chicken Little, and we spent the morning trolling pro trolls and spinners, 3.5 spinners, and then when the tide changed and started running in, that's when we started throwing eggs, and we got more fish on eggs than we did trolling by far.
Okay. All right. I'll plan on that then for sure.
I mean, it could be anybody's guess in that tidewater, but you know, I mean, it was definitely a pro troll show, and just watch your depth like crazy, because that right there, you know, in that troll area, I mean, it drops and it goes up and down. But yeah, if you look from last year, there was a fall coastal salmon fishing video I did on my other channel that I don't have access to. You get kind of an idea of what we were doing.
Okay.
So, it was the craziest thing. It was one of the wildest fisheries I've ever fished, just because of the amount of people there. Because I don't fish Drano or do anything like that, but just the amount of boats that were just like stacked in, running all the way down to the bridge and back. It was pretty wild, but it was a cool fishery. It's kind of like Earl's LC, trip, where everybody's stacked in, or a Buoy 10 trip where, everybody's calling each other, running. They're either running up to Tongue Point, or they're running down to Shipwreck, or they're, it's back and forth and all over. Definitely.
Sweet. Yeah. I mean, when it comes to salmon fishing, it's all new to me. So I'm hoping the guy that I'm going with kind of help me out,
Definitely. Yeah. I'm going to miss having that so close to home, but I got other stuff to do. I brought my over, and I think we're going to go out. I've been seeing a lot of doves moving through. So I think I'm going to see if I can't go pin down some doves and break my shoulder.
Nice.
Go see if I can go burn up 100 rounds on 5 birds.
Yep.
What's up, Ted?
Ted in there?
Yep.
Hey,
All right,
Ted.
Sandy. Got the double hook situation going.
Yeah.
And
How's
then,
it going,
And then these guys, you can open up the loop here and put your eggs in there.
Yep.
And then you cinch down on the line and it holds your eggs. It's called an egg loop.
Cool. I've never seen that before, actually.
They're actually pretty simple to tie. Not hard at all.
I don't even know what I'd use it on.
Well, if you're fishing bait.
I tie that knot for
fish.
ling cod too.
Fish.
But
Yeah, but if I'm not fishing with eggs, what am I going to cinch onto it?
bait,
Anchovy, herring,
Just general?
anything.
Yeah. Anything.
Might have to give it a go. What hooks are you using for that?
So here's another thing. I don't know if I'm Brian probably tell me, but I got 4/0. Should I go 6?
Nope. Stay with 4. That should be
4
fine.
is good. Okay.
I go with 6 for ling cod, but yeah.
I wouldn't go any further than 4 on the salmon, and those SSWs punch through real good. That's what I use on my mooching rigs and all my egg leaders. So if I'm fishing higher up in the trib, I'll go down to a 3, just because you'll run a smaller bait presentation for those fish that are seeing everything. But at tidewater, throw a 4/0 out there on that 40-pound ultra green. You'll be good.
All right. Well, I'm running this right here.
Oh, that should be fine. Is that mono?
Yeah, no, fluorocarbon.
Keep those knots wet.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, for
Need a
sure.
bucket.
Randy says you're doing it wrong regardless, Hitch.
What? Randy, get out of here.
Barbie says I need to go fish Drano just for the experience. I don't believe that at all.
No.
Nah, it ain't worth it.
Nope. I'm gonna have to get you guys over here next spring when they reopen everything and put you in the drift boat for some browns, because there are some monster brown trout over here. I've seen them. They live, and they're tricky to catch, but they are big.
Yeah. I should do more videos in Central. I really should, just for the anyhow of it.
Well, I think the biggest problem with over here is all down in this area. Joe can attest to it. They shut down all of our fishing from
Right.
September 30th till April, May, somewhere in there. And even if you wanted to go fish, the lakes are frozen up here. So
Right.
I am this winter. I'm going to go out to Chickahominy Reservoir, which is going out towards Burns, and I'm going to try to go ice fishing for cutthroats. So I'm going to put that on the list, and I'm going to probably make a few runs up to Lake Billy Chinook too. There's some pretty fire fishing up there. So
Yeah. Are you going up to Diamond Lake and ice fishing?
I'll probably do that. That's closer to me than Chickahominy. So
Yeah.
I'll probably end up running up to Diamond and getting some ice fishing in up there. I got to buy an auger, and I need to get a tent. I already got Buddy Heater, and I have the Lowrance Hook 4X, the finder, but
Yeah.
I need to get the transducer that I can drop down in the hole. I don't know if it'll make much of a difference with trout or not, but I do know, like Prineville Reservoir, they have a lot of warm water species up there that I wouldn't mind trying to target over the winter. It's going to kind of be dependent on my work schedule and everything else too, but it'll probably be a weekend foray, and then I'm 20 minutes from the Fall River, so there's going to probably be quite a bit of fly fishing for the trout up there. It's kind of a fly fishing nymphing game, but it's worth it because there's some big fish they dump.
What's fly fishing?
Yeah, exactly, Earl. That's where those guys do this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that goes on over here. It's been kind of it's a
That
different
might
culture.
be the last time I talk to you, Brian. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on, Jake. I'll put a Euro nymphing rod in your hand, and when you get a 28-inch trout in 5 degrees, you'll change your mind.
Is fly fishing what I did when I took you and your daughter crabbing?
When you caught the bird?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. It involves feathers.
Did you at least cook it?
No, I caught 2 seagulls in one dive with one hand.
Yeah.
All that wasted effort.
No, it was kind of funny. They pecked me a little bit, and then I just held on to them, and then I let.
You handed one to Kayla.
Yeah,
and
I couldn't think of her name.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, she was like, I can't believe I'm holding a seagull and it's alive, She used to chase him around as a little girl on the beach all the time. She's just like, and he's like, I want to catch one of these things. I'm like, well, go out there with a can of potato chips and go see if they'll come up to you. It's like they eat out of a dumpster, so that's a prime meal.
yeah,
In some places around Australia where it's really popular with tourists and stuff, the seagulls are so bad they actually started making like reflective chip cups so that like it flashes and scares them away so they don't steal your chips like literally straight out of your hand while you're trying to eat.
Now, Sandy, correct me if I'm wrong. I've heard that kangaroos can do that too, like where people will be having a picnic and they just kind of walk up and they'll snatch the food right out of your hand.
Yeah, the wildlife. If it's, I don't know, I feel like you just got to pick where you are at for that to happen. But it has happened.
I think in Australia, all the animals aren't afraid of the people because the people lost against the emus.
You're just afraid of the animals in general. Okay, keep your eyes out. If it's the rule of thumb is if it's not trying to kill you, it will still hurt you by default. You just won't die. That's the only thing. You'll still get hurt. You just won't die.
Ashley, what's up?
Hey, Ashley.
Reader tots.
Real
Hey, Ashley.
Somebody said something about tater tots. I'm looking here.
Ashley did.
Tater tots sound really good right now.
I actually found out about platypuses the other day. Those things are crazy. I knew they were venomous. But I found out, where's the thing? So they're a mammal, but they lay eggs. They're duck-billed, beaver-tailed, otter-footed. They have electroreceptors for locating prey. Their eyes are double coned, so they see colors we can't even imagine. They have no stomach, 10 chromosomes, are fluorescent, and glow under UV light. I'm like, the platypus, what the heck?
Who's wifey?
Let's see.
You taking care of my rabbit?
Real Fishy has a video that got over 1 million views. It's cleaning crab. Imagine
That's cool.
How many people told you were torturing the crab? And
that.
Probably no one. That was rude for you guys.
who was I talking to? Oh, I was talking to Weston. It was Saturday night. He was up for drill at my other house, and we went fishing, and we were talking about you, Earl, and we somebody said, well, how's this whole YouTube thing work? And it's like, yeah, if you're Earl, you know, you do all this stuff, and then you put up a video of cleaning one crab, and you end up with like 10,000 subscribers, and then we started talking about the different comments on it and stuff like that. And we're like, you know, Earl's like the nicest guy in the world. Like, you know, he'll literally, you know, he doesn't let his fame go to his head too much. And anyways, but it's like, you should have seen some of these things. They were like, oh, how would you like me to use that crab cracker on you and all that? And all of us that were there fishing, and these are a couple other guys that are in the guard with Preston or Weston, that we're all like, so what's the alternative? Boiling them alive? You know, I mean, it's like, so you can eviscerate the crab or you can boil them alive. And, you know, I mean, what's the difference?
Exactly. The funniest comment I got on that whole video, the best one ever, was, it is so cruel to kill that crab while it's still alive. I'm not sure any other way to do it, but yeah, that was one.
Yeah, well, there again, what shellfish out there doesn't get cooked alive or eviscerated? You know, look at lobster. People go to these big restaurants, you know, and you know, high luxury restaurants, and they buy lobster for dinner, and you pick your lobster out of the tank and they steam it alive. That's the way that you cook shellfish. It's the same thing with razor clams. I mean, well, you don't cook them alive, but part of the getting the shell to release process, at least the way I was taught, and my family had been clamming for, you know, over 100 years. You take a boiling pot of water, you drop the clam in there, it releases the shell, and then you can clean the clam. That's the way you do it. Or you take like butternecks or cockles or any of those other type of steamer varieties. They're still alive. You steam them. That's just what it is. So it's like, you know, kind of silly. And the same thing goes for fish. When you haul a fish up on the boat, usually it gets ball batted and then it gets its gills cut. You know, I mean, it's like if you're catching and releasing, it's one thing. Like, okay, I'm not going to tear the fish up, but you know, and you
fly fish here though.
Yeah, I know you don't. But what I'm saying is that if you do want to do catch and release, which is totally fine, you know, there's a different protocol for that. Or if you fish, you know, in the rivers like what I do or whatever else, and you end up tangling up with a a quote unquote wild fish, which could be a hatchery fish that never got clipped, you got to still release it because it's the law. And
Right.
so you're a little different, but it's all in the same, you know. It's like, oh, I'm going to go out and catch a deer. Have fun with that.
Yeah.
Go catch that deer. Oh, let me
Yeah.
know how your hospital visit goes too afterwards, you know.
Pet that teddy bear while you're out in the woods. What's up,
Oh
Domingo?
yeah. That nice fuzzy black teddy bear with its babies. Go out there and just give it a big old kiss right on that muzzle, and you let me know how that goes for you.
Yeah.
I think people are really the ones that make the comments about when you're killing a crab or whatever it is that you're up there with. They're really disconnected with their food.
Whoa.
And that's the only reason why they make those stupid comments. I'm like,
Sure.
it just shows their intelligence, really.
Or the
Well,
lack thereof.
Not exactly. There, Professor Earl answered that question. Well, and the other part of it is that, you know, so let's look at the people that are disconnected with their food. They're like, oh, I'm going to go buy a salad, or I'm going to go vegan, and I'm not going to eat anything that's, you know, comes from a cow that's a dairy process or whatever else. You know, to each their own. It's totally fine. But what they forget about is that the process of achieving like 100% plant-based is that we have to have soil to till. And so when you till the dirt, you till the earth, you kill everything in the earth. You
Yeah.
kill all the insects, you kill all of the small rodents that live there. You destroy the ecological habitat in that surrounding area. And we have to accept that as a part of growing things like wheat, barley, hops, corn, rice. I mean, that's what it is. So really is anything, you know, because as humans we're agriculturally driven, you know, that's the thing that you know, there's sacrifices to be made across the board. So, you know,
For something to live, something has to die. It's the way of the world.
Yeah, it's the cycle of
Doesn't
life.
matter what it is. Even if you killed no animals, such as like you were saying, like your little rodents and insects and stuff like that, there's still like a bazillion microorganisms that die when you eat that lettuce leaf.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
People just don't realize.
Real fish, you just don't let it get under your skin, because it does get old after a few days of answering all those people.
As long as you did it humanely, there's no problem with what you did.
Exactly. And he did. I mean, I watched the video. He did it just like we did, except it was a more blunt thing that he did it on. But so what? It did the same job. I mean,
That's the job. That's all it has to do. It just has to do it
Did he-
humanely.
Did he hurt the crab?
well, probably a little bit right before it died.
It's just a
Was it-
sharp sting, and then it was done.
Was it you, Jake, that did one on the side of the cleaning table down at the bay?
Yeah,
I'm not critical of it.
541.
I wouldn't dare hurt a crab now. Come on.
Hey, Eric. What's up? We need to go fishing together, Eric.
Eric.
I miss you guys.
Eric's in the house.
Yeah.
I always like it when Kyle pipes in. Kyle has really good stuff to say also. Plants have feelings too, so what are they going to eat now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Plants
photosynthesis.
talk to each other.
Man.
Well, people that have no idea will be the first ones to die when the apocalypse comes.
Well,
I'll be
they'll
throwing them
just
to the
go around and
zombies,
try to
like,
take the food from
"These
all the
guys."
people.
Jake, I got a question. You planning on fishing for the bottom of the river, or are you planning on fishing for fish? Because you sure are tying up a whole lot of stuff.
To counteract these
I
bad
wanted
luck.
extra. I wanted some extra, you know.
Yeah, but 40?
That's how much
40.
bad luck he's got to counteract.
1, 2, 3 mooching, and I got 2 just drip rigs for eggs.
That's still not. You only need one.
Depends if he's taking out Hopper. It's got to
Well,
counteract
that's
his
true.
bad luck too.
If I take a
Two
hopper, I
grown
only
men,
need one.
bad luck.
Are those some spin fish I see on the leaderboard?
No, those are my kokanee
Right,
Or-
Real Fishy?
coho rigs.
Yeah, hoochies.
Yep, and then I got some like rockfish stuff on there too.
Got some shrimp flies and
I
all
thought
that good
was
stuff.
all for salmon.
Hey, have you ever heard of this guy, Brian?
I mean that.
That's Brian's buddy. If you guys didn't know, he makes these.
Dave's an incredible person, and he's incredibly helpful to anybody that's new to fishing. So if anybody on here, you're looking for good quality products that are local, Dave, he lives up in Eagle Creek, just outside of Estacada, but it's just him and his wife that run that business, and they have really taken off. And the leaderboards, the spinner boxes, the rail systems for boats, and the rod holders and the rod stations. Dave, I mean, if I was going to tell anybody, a lot of people go and they buy like Fish Fighter or they go somewhere else, and that's fine. If you own that stuff, that's totally fine. But Dave Eng, he's a great guy. Fish Eng makes some great products. So I'm glad to see that you're using his leaderboards there, Jake. That's awesome.
Oregon Fishing Adventure says kelp
Kyle.
fishing for vegans.
What's up, Cal?
That's what Jake's doing with all those things.
I've seen your last video. You guys killed it out there. I'm going there Wednesday because of your video, yours and Brian's video.
Barbie says the room is still going up and down 5 feet. I think she's over exaggerating.
Need to go lay down for a couple days, Barbie. Yeah. Dave Eng's a cranky old man. Oh, come on. Only when he's not catching fish. I'm
pretty
watched
sure I've seen like
What's
50
up,
leaderboards on your boat, Eric.
I've only seen Dave get cranky a couple times, and it involved a sea lion. So
sea lions make me cranky too.
I think they make all of us cranky.
Oh, I don't know. They're kind of cute.
Sarah, have you ever met Barbie in person? Don't ever try taking her on the ocean in your boat because she won't like you anymore.
What's up, Sarah? How you doing?
I took her out on Saturday, and
Hey, Sarah.
she says her room is still going up and down 5 feet. She just now said that.
Hey, Barbie, one thing that I had to do because I do get horrifically seasick is I got the Dramamine Less Drowsy. They're the chewable ones. You get them at Walgreens or, Rite Aid or whatever. And I usually take one of those about the night before, and I'll take one about 3 hours before I go out. And I haven't had any issues since. And I've ran out 60 miles for tuna and not had a single issue. Before that,
Barbie, you just got sick Saturday.
There's a difference between being seasick and like green around the gills.
She didn't really turn green, but she wasn't feeling good at all. Or so she said, anyway. I just told her she didn't look very good either. We got 27 people in here. Wait, it just dropped to 22.
Whoop, whoop.
Thanks.
I just packed up all my style beads. They're packed up in storage right now.
That's nothing, Jake.
Yeah, he's got it there.
Don't eat your canned tuna. Yeah, no, don't open that while you're feeling green.
Two
Why
brothers.
not?
Oh, there's Sarah. Yeah. Yeah, Sarah, I'm moving over to Lapine. I got a new job over at Central Oregon Community College. So I actually start tomorrow. So I'm moving over here. We're selling our house in Milwaukee and we're going to buy one over here. We already got the offer in. I'm going to probably have to call you, Earl, here in a few years and talk to you folks about a metal roof on that guy. Because it's got a composition architectural roof, which Central Oregon and winters don't necessarily combine with composition roofs. So, you know, being up here on and fires. So, yeah, the house we're working on buying here, you know, hopefully the owners are going to work with us on the repair addendum. It's got a 30 by 40 shop. And so that's all metal and it's insulated too, which is really sweet.
Hey, Lisa.
But the physical house, I'm going to need to do a roof. So I told my wife, I was like, yeah, I'll call Earl. We'll do some standing lock seam on that.
He knew it wasn't sealed, Barbie. He said he was going to eat that one first. Real fishy left for a little bit. What's up, Tina Ladybug?
The ladybug. How are you, darling?
Need 2 more thumbs ups and we can do another sticker giveaway.
Jake, not one of them are mine.
Oh, Jake, do you have one of these?
Ooh, those are cool.
Yeah,
I
these
sure do.
Like a Constantina.
I got her beads, her cup, her hats. I got it all.
You got a stalker now, Sarah. I'd be careful.
So I did get a fish on one of your beads, Sarah, and it was my fault that I lost it. But I was bobber dogging and hooked up, and it took off downriver and it smacked a rock, and I should have dropped my rod tip to guide it in. But if you got anybody on this live, you're looking for good steelhead beads. They are highly durable. So Sarah does a really good job with her plastisol on those, and her colors are great. So definitely pick yourself up some before steelhead season starts. You know, the winter steelhead. I'm anxious to try them with some trout in some of the areas that I can fish soft plastics over here, because I know that they're going to kill.
Sarah, I think I told you that I landed my first ever Chinook on my own boat. Not my first ever Chinook ever, but the first one on my boat. I landed it on Saturday. I think I told you that already, but
So you had never got a Chinook before that, Earl?
not on my boat.
Not on your boat.
I've only ever caught one other one before, though. So that was only my second one ever.
And you've never really fished buoy 10 that much, have you?
I have never fished buoy 10, and I don't want to again very bad.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's like where we were fishing Saturday, or worse.
Yeah.
I don't know. It wasn't even that much different than fighting a coho, but it did take one run. But I got it to the boat pretty quick, and then it wasn't tired, and it went under the boat, and it went in front of the boat, and it went behind the boat, and it went under the boat, and yeah, it was. Terry couldn't believe it.
Why is buoy 10 so popular?
Because there is millions of fish that go up that river.
So to give you an idea, Sandy, and whoever wants to pipe in on the chat, they can pipe in. But buoy 10 is the mouth of the Columbia River. That's the Columbia River bar, which I know in Australia, you guys have different river bars that are extremely rough. I've seen them on YouTube. Well, buoy 10 is known as the graveyard of the Pacific because the Columbia River, it's a huge river. It discharges, hundreds of thousands of cubic feet per second out into the Pacific Ocean. And when it's an outgoing tide, you get the rip currents and it becomes really dangerous. Plus, there's a lot of sandbars, everything else. But those sandbars lend themselves well to fishing because the Columbia has so many tributary rivers the salmon run up that they stack in right there. So they start moving out of the saltwater into the freshwater, and they kind of bounce back and forth. So salmon have to acclimate to freshwater when they start to return for their spawn. They start losing their sea scale. They're not all glittery and shiny like the fish that Earl and Jake and Steve and everybody else that's out fishing offshore catch. They lose the sea scales and they start acclimating. Well, at buoy 10, it's just basically a navigational mark that's at the mouth of the Columbia. The fish move all the way through the mouth, and the salmon stack in really thick. And so during the fall run, we get the fall Chinook and we get the coho salmon in the summer, and that's when they open up buoy 10 exclusively for a longer season, is because fall Chinook are a hardier species and coho are very hardy. They can colonize and they can get into river systems and be highly successful even in higher water temperatures. So the coho and Chinook come in, and you'll hear, if you watch Sarah's videos, you'll hear her talk about different landmarks. They'll come into like Ice House or Shipwreck, or they'll go up the point or the bridge, and they move in there. And as you're trolling your baits through there, most of our baits mimic wounded bait fish or squid, like what you were seeing Jake that he had, and that's their food sources in the ocean. They still have that eating aggression as they're acclimating to the freshwater, and there's millions of fish that come in on each tide. Well, I would say tens of thousands now that come in on each tide cycle to start acclimating. So high tide comes in, fish move into the river, and they're primed up to bite because they're still in hunt mode. They're either eating candlefish or squid or shrimp and krill, or a multitude of different things like that. So there's a lot of different things that kind of happen with all that kind of stuff. So there's different things that kind of change that fishery, and so it becomes really popular with anglers because they can get down there and get on the fish right away when they're fresh out of the saltwater. And that's when you get the most aggressive fish and the best biting fish, is when they're just coming in out of saltwater. Jake's going to go fish a tidal estuary. Those fish bite really well when they're coming in out of the ocean into the bay and they're starting to move up the river into their spawning grounds. He's going to be fishing that, where Earl was fishing. That's another that has a lot. So anywhere where the ocean comes into contact with the freshwater, you get calmer water conditions typically, except for the Columbia River. The Columbia River's huge, and you get a large congregation of fish, kind of desalinating, acclimating to that fresh water.
Yeah.
Eric, did you see my comment? We fished the mouth of the jaws at Walport. Anyhow, here's this whatever we're giving away right now. A great big My Style Baits one. Hashtag sticker in the chat for this. Mrs. Adventure, Mr. Adventure, Randy old gray-haired Swain, and Burrito Lisa. Skipjack Cindy. The other Barbie one. Barbie in Oregon. Boring Fisherman. Let me find Queen
Jake, they want a retelling of how your weekend went down.
Queen Hess.
Your fishing trip.
Two Brothers Treasures Magnet Fishing.
You say they want a recap?
Yeah, they want to know how you did. I don't want to tell them. You can.
Freaking killed it. Caught 3 right off the bat.
Catch. Did you really?
Yeah, freaking landed 3, and then I went live. And I didn't want to say anything, but after that, nothing. Fished for 7 hours. Didn't catch crap. Seemed like 6 caught.
That sounds like the fishing trip I heard.
All right.
First
Hashtag sticker in the chat. You have about 10 seconds to put it in there before I hit go.
Go. And for those waiting on my stickers, my post is being ridiculous.
Okay, here we go.
Draw.
I told Eric to loan me his boat with all his gear, and I would do a good life, you know.
Mr.
Pest
Tully's in
Hunter
there?
Outdoors. Pest Hunter,
Jake-
you already got one here that I don't have sent yet.
Jason.
Let me see if it has the big one in. No, it doesn't, but it has all the others in.
Was Mr. Tully in here like way at the start and I just missed him?
Yes, he was way at the start.
Dang.
I'm going to put all these stickers in and give them to Jason, and he can do giveaways if he wants to, but this is going to be double stickers from all these good peoples. And you get a great big one from My Style Baits that you don't have.
Jason's just been a
It says-
gun.
Too late. I already put them in the envelope. They're all mixed up.
Oh, okay.
So I guess you're getting them all.
Sarah,
Ask
how did
Sarah
it
how
go?
she did this weekend. Probably not very good, huh? She wasn't out with me, so no.
Sarah
She
always knows it. Always.
Sarah loses fish.
Yeah, we know how they did.
We know that. You lost
Earl-
two.
2. That's not heard of.
Well, have you ever fished with her though? She edits the videos, all right? we hooked 3 fish and she lost 2 of them. Well, I mean, yeah. Hey, Sarah, Saturday we hooked 3 fish and I pulled 2 of them in and Randy pulled 1 of them in. We got them all in, just so you know. Hey, let's get rid of this thing.
Sarah.
I might have to love you and leave you and go get some food. I'm starving.
You gonna cook some fish?
No.
Not like you can catch fish over there.
Thanks, Earl. I love you too.
I was wanting to send you some tuna, Andy. How
No.
hard do you think that is?
I was asking Sarah where
Pretty
you were.
dang
fishing.
hard, and I don't eat tuna anyway.
Oh, you don't eat it? Oh my God.
It's disgusting.
Did you can that stuff you got from Brad?
Yep.
How many cans did it make, or jars, whatever?
Well, I actually stopped and got more from
From a
on the
different-
other side of the dock. Yep.
Tuna
I don't know, I
is
got
reserved
40
cat
cans.
food.
Oh man, you did all right then.
Cat food, come on.
I was
Cat
feeling
food.
all sorry for Brad for having to split that stuff up for me. Poor guy. It was his fault.
Yeah, did you talk to him?
Not after that, but I
Oh, yeah.
told him to save 2 fish. He said he
Oh,
would.
there was a big Karen over there on the docks. Just
I'm gonna get
yelling at him.
I'll be back.
What was she the one getting the tuna?
Yeah,
What?
so she pre-ordered like 140 pounds or something, and they sold it. They gave it to another person because Brad thought the names were the same, so he thought that was the person, you know. And she showed up, and her fish wasn't there, and she's dogging on the girl that works at the boat. You know, the girl's being nice. She's like, I'm not in charge here. I just work here, you know, like.
Well,
complain
man, there's
somewhere
other
else.
places to go buy tuna this time of year.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you don't have to buy it from that boat,
No.
but man, they got to make some decent money. I wonder how many they brought in though.
I got the Reef Robber discount. I know that.
Did you?
Yeah.
He charged you double, did
He charged me $2 overpriced. Yeah.
he?
Oh man. Hey Earl,
No.
do you have your hunting plans
Later,
together?
sir. What's that?
You got your hunting plans together?
What hunting plans?
Well, you gonna go deer hunt?
No, I never deer hunt here.
Oh, okay.
I have, but I don't really. If I deer hunt, I'll go back to Virginia on my land back there and hunt.
Later, sir.
Better
I
shot.
don't know if I'll get back there this year because I think
Yes,
next
sir.
month we're going to go to Alabama, Florida line, and my wife's nephew is getting married, so might go back for that.
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, I missed out. So everything's a draw tag over here, so ain't gonna be no big game hunting for me over here this year. So
Yeah,
I'll have to wait until next year and then do my draw tags and hopefully get in on that. So, but there's plenty of
Later,
bird.
plenty of bird hunting over there.
Yeah, we got some good bird hunting over here. A lot of quail. If I go further north, we got good chucker. So
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Chucker up north, but we got a lot of quail down here, and I never have pulled a sage grouse permit, but I don't know if I'd want to shoot one of those birds. I just something about them it's a little bit different. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm sure that they're great to eat, but I just they're such a pretty bird, and it's kind of fun to watch them when they're doing their nesting and mating out
Yeah.
there. So quail. Quail
The other
and,
thing you can do is find us some ranches to go shoot sage rats on.
they're about 6 miles from me here, Dinsdale. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been over to Dinsdale, but there's some good sage rat shooting over there. But I'll do my research because that's right down your alley there, along with the nutria and all that other good stuff.
I go over there about once a year around Dinsdale, but there's private ranches that I get on, or I did this year when I flew over with a guy from here in town here. He has a little plane. We flew over, and it's just a 2-seater plane. And then Alan drove over the next morning. We flew over and stayed with the rancher overnight. And then Alan came over in the morning, and we drove his rig out to the fields and shot for a while, and then flew back home. So
How long it take to fly?
An hour. it's
Quicker than driving.
I know. We fly into Christmas Valley, and it's about, we actually landed at Sun River and fueled up. So it took about an hour and 20 minutes to get over there. And then the farmer came and picked us up and took us to his place. And then the next morning, Alan took us, after we hunted, Alan took us back to the plane. It was about an hour home. But we had a tailwind on the way over there. That little plane books, man. It's 200 mile an hour. That thing was gone.
Oh yeah, that had to be fun flying over the mountains with that.
Yeah, I got a video of flying and shooting. So
yeah, I'll have to get back and take a look. I just all the stuff going on and everything else, but I'll have to get back and watch. I got to catch up on everybody's videos. 7-8 weeks of working on that house.
Yeah,
kind of lose touch with the world.
Yeah.
Lauren, the rancher would have given us his pickup to run around if we'd have wanted him to, but we didn't hardly feel right taking his truck away from him. So Alan was coming over anyway to shoot. So yeah, he just drove us around.
That works out
You
good.
hunt anything other than nutria?
Not much.
I was gonna say I haven't seen you.
Just that sage
even
rat
hunt either.
stuff. But
Because Steve's
we-
hunting now.
yeah, Steve is hunting.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, we definitely got plenty of small game around here too. There's tons of jackrabbits. Yeah, if you never went shooting jackrabbits, if you got more into trapping like bobcat and stuff like that, and coyote, then,
yeah,
you know, that's great bait for that. That they're fun to shoot.
I
Yeah.
got another place that I can trap nutria, but I don't want to trap it until the furs get good because there's beaver in there, and the landowner wants a hide, so I don't want to accidentally catch one before their furs are any good. So probably won't trap that until it gets cold.
Yeah.
But
Late November.
I'm gonna trap it with the trail cam sitting right above it, so we'll get the whole catch on video.
That'll be good.
That'll be
cool.
real good.
Yeah.
I put a trail cam up and 64 gigs on the card, and it went for I think 2.5 days, and that card was full.
Wow.
That's
a lot of activity.
crazy. Most of it's just nutria families, but I did get those beaver on there, and then during the day, it's at a beaver dam. So during the day, all the starlings and stuff were coming in there and drinking. It was real hot, and they were coming in there and drinking and washing and carrying on. So it was recording a lot. But
yeah. It looked like Beta asked me how the jackrabbit population was. It's been a while since I ran out. So Sandy, you'll like this. We have a place called the Outback here too. And,
do you?
Yeah, it's called
cool.
the Oregon Outback. I ran out that way about 3 weeks ago, but I didn't go all the way out where the good jackrabbit hunting is. I'm gonna guess to say that if we don't have a big predator population running around, the jackrabbits, they'll be looking pretty good. But I'll be keeping my eye on it because that's a great way to tune up with the shotgun on those low ground shots. Because once I'll take my dogs out, they'll push them out of the bitter brush and the rabbit brush and everything, and we'll see what we stir up. Last time I drove out to Christmas Valley, it was at night. I was driving down Highway 31. I started feeling dum, 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 dum. And I was like, what is that? And I look in my rear view and I see 4 foot long ears tumbling behind my truck. And I'm like, where are they coming from? It's like they're waiting on the edge of the road and running between my tires because I wasn't seeing them in front of me. And all of a sudden, here's a coyote that's out there, and I don't want to damage my truck and hit something. I don't like to hit animals anyways. And so I slam on my brakes, and here goes another rabbit behind me, and this coyote takes off. I think it's a symbiotic relationship between the coyotes and the vehicles because the coyotes get an easy meal as long as there's plenty of dead roadkill, and also the turkey buzzards. I actually saw a really nice mule deer. It's like it was a fork buck, but there's about 15 of these turkey vultures on it, is laying out in the field over by the Little Deschutes. I was like, whoa, where'd they come from? Here's this nice mule deer buck sitting over there. So it must have got hit by a car.
Yeah.
So back when I drove truck, there was one place up from Biggs up to Toppenish, that desert area out through there. I was up in there in that flat over what is it, Sadis Pass? Between there and Toppenish.
Yeah.
And dawn, right at dawn, and the ravens and crows were just flying down the road, just straight down the road, looking for all the roadkill from the night before as their breakfast, all tenderized and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have it with the crows here. A lot of crows and eagles and kites. We'll just circle the main highways, especially of a morning, because like Brian, they just get flushed out.
Yeah.
Trucks and early movers will hit them, and then it's an easy feed. They they're not expending all that energy to try and hunt for it when it's presented to them. They learn real quick, and then they pass it on, that learning, onto their offspring. So it's just a learned behavior now.
Jake, Barbie is screenshotting and putting you on Instagram, it looks like. Did
You didn't.
What is going on?
Clayton?
Beta. Yeah.
What did you do?
Did your girlfriend hear me, Jake, when I hollered at her when she walked past?
No, I got my earbud in. She can't hear me.
Oh, well, that didn't do any good.
See any blood running down the side of Jake's ear from that holler?
Yeah.
I just tell her to be quiet, go inside. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, geez.
Clayton?
Man. Oh, I miss coming on these lives. This is great.
You have to look at the shirt and the hat. What did Jacob do?
Yeah, what's everybody talking about here?
I'm not sure. She said something about looking at a picture on Instagram.
Look at your picture on Instagram. Which one of him?
So I think on the new Instagram I had to make, I followed everybody. Sandy, you followed me back, and I sent Jake a follow, and Ken and Steve. Just this whole conundrum with Google and their two-step verification. I may get the PNW Vintage Fishing back, but this channel, I'll have more of me and the boys on here. That's why I put 3 guys outside, because I do so much stuff with the boys now that it's like, it just works out good.
I saw it and I saw the photos and I was like, I don't know who this is, but I like the photo, so I just was like, follow. I was like, whatever.
Yeah. I put up a whole bunch of little short clips, videos of my drive over from my house to down here. So you'll get to see, the desert and all that stuff. Mountains, desert, all that.
So from there, you go over 26?
Yeah. So I go over 26 from my place, and then I cut south on 97 at the Prineville cutoff. So yeah, I just run straight down. Sometimes I'll go over Santiam if I'm feeling like I want to go look at Mount Washington and Three Finger Jack, but usually Santiam takes me longer. So, and tonight I've drove probably 1,400 miles in the last week and a half. So I'm like, okay, I'll just take the quick way this time. So, yeah.
So your husband was wearing a rough rubber hat, and his shirt said, "That's a horrible idea. What time?" Yeah, that one. I knew what you meant. I go by all sorts of names. Uh-oh. He
What's
left.
up, Lauren?
Sebastian. Where is Dell?
He never comes to my lives. I don't think he's subscribed.
Who's that?
Dell Patton.
Mm-hmm. Was that your first time meeting Brian, Sandy?
Hey. I didn't hear what was said.
He asked if that's your first time meeting Brian.
No, God, no.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've followed Brian for probably as long as I've known Earl.
Pretty close.
Oh, okay.
Did you catch anything after Lauren left yesterday, Jake?
Just the 3 that I caught before the live.
Did you keep any?
No, I didn't want any proof.
Oh, he's failure. That's what.
No, Lauren, I got skunked. Freaking skunked.
He tried to scam me out of $20.
Who did?
Jake, just absolute straight out fraud.
I was gonna split it with Brandon. We
I
had
don't
this,
know who I was
we had
in.
this plan.
No. 2 of you tried to scam me. Didn't work.
Jake, tell people how good of a deal it is to be a member of my channel. Yes, he does, Lauren.
You probably shouldn't answer that while I'm sitting here because I was a member and now I'm not.
I know, but I also
he sends
realize why you're not.
$25 gift cards every week to a random member. You see all these. You see all these videos. He's got like probably 40 videos out there that are just ready to be live, and no one else knows them.
The video thing, I believe.
Free trips on his boat out in the ocean
Now that might
for
be
some rockfish.
You might regret
No, he
that.
does.
Yeah.
Earl has lots of videos that come out, I mean, weeks before anybody else sees them. So that's pretty sweet. He'll also post he'll put your link down in all his video descriptions, and wish I could say more, but I don't think I could say any more than
that's
that.
not all I do for members, but that's only for like what, $1.99 a month. I mean, it's cheap.
Somehow I'm paying $19.99. I don't know what's
You
going
are
on.
not. You lying somebody.
Like you said, for less than a cup of Starbucks coffee, you can see
Exactly.
Earl before everybody else sees Earl.
I need to send you a picture, Jake, of what I bought.
I got sick and tired of getting tagged in Earl's lives. That's why I left.
Lives.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't
every
know.
time you made a video and you posted
Yeah.
it and you would
Yeah.
tag all your members,
Yeah.
I got sick and tired of being tagged.
Yeah, you will get notified 35 times a day.
You will?
Exhausting. Yeah.
How?
You
15.
pump out more videos than anybody else I know.
I only do it on the long videos, and I only do one a week.
You must have changed your rules.
I might edit more than one a week sometimes, but it averages out to one a week.
It got
Hey,
to the
wasn't
point
it-
where I would see like a tag and I would click on it and be like, "Ooh, what's going on?" And it's like, "Oh, it's Earl. Oh, it's Earl. It's only ever Earl."
Only the important ones.
Wasn't it 10% off merch as well?
That was the second level, but then
Oh,
well, it was actually, I had it set for way, way high, and then you'd get a free or a hoodie for half off, or I forget what it was, but I took that down because I figured people would just go in there and be a member for 1 month and then go to the other level, which
yeah.
I would have been actually okay with that too, but
Looked like Lauren was asking about people that catfish the Columbia in one of his comments.
yeah, he wants to start doing that, I think. Lauren said he's the first one I ever turned notifications off. That's okay,
Yeah.
too.
Free trip on my boat, Dan. That's right.
Yeah.
Don't do that, Troy. God, I'll unfollow all of you. Actually,
So,
that
Lauren-
won't make anything. I would have to like block you to stop getting the notifications.
I'd
Later,
rather
AJ.
I'd rather spend the $1.99, Barbie.
You brisket cantina. Send me the brisket. Send him the cantina.
Barbie
Everybody-
Barbie canned 48 half pints for me.
Take care, Anthony.
And I really
48?
do appreciate 48 of them. And
Oh,
still a little bit left over she took home to can for herself. But yeah, I appreciate that a lot.
that was what, 4 tuna?
I don't know how many it was. It was 22 pounds of fillets.
Woo.
Maybe
A lot of tuna.
I mean,
4 little ones.
Yeah, I don't
That's a
know.
lot of tuna.
So
that's a lot of coins.
I gave Jake 5. Barbie took, I think she took,
I didn't get none of it.
no, you got your own.
I think the only time I've been able to eat tuna and keep it down was like fresh caught, bled on the boat, and literally just sliced open right there, and we ate it sashimi. That's the only
Yeah.
time I've ever been able to eat it. If it's a couple of like, if you're gonna get it in a shop or something, no, it's too old by then. It tastes weird.
Well, when you do it sashimi style like that on the boat, it's the best. I mean, it is literally like right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan.
Anything after that, it starts tasting funky for me, and I just can't do it.
You got to cook them after that. You know, they got to go on the grill or, you know, make
No,
some
I
tuna
can't
fish.
even have it cooked. Can't have it cooked. No, can't do it. It's gross. I'd rather eat jellyfish off. What did we have? Jellyfish sushi. That was gross. I would rather eat that than cooked tuna.
Yeah, I don't know. I grew up with cooked tuna, and it was always the thing. But we have albacore. What, you guys were eating yellowfin?
No, we get the albacore as well. Just probably like a different species of it. We get the albacore. We
Just
get
bigger, probably.
the mackerel tuna. We get the bluefin. I don't know if we get yellowfin. I'm not sure.
Oh, maybe it's just bluefin. Maybe yellowfin or the Atlantic. I can't remember.
I can't remember. Whichever one is the Pacific one we get. But
Bluefin.
that's like a good few clicks out and a little bit further down south, if I'm honest. Because we've got more of the tropical water up here. It doesn't get cold enough for them.
If you've never had homemade canned tuna though, and you've only ever eaten it out of the can, it's a whole different world.
Yeah, you can't. You can't albacore. Oh, the oil in the can. Oh, it's.
Oh yeah, there's
man.
no comparison. It doesn't even.
Yeah.
It doesn't even taste like what's in the bought in cans.
Or fresh canned salmon, like it's in jars, Sandy. It's not in a tin can. We put them in mason jars, and
Yeah.
you know, pressure can them, and it is. I can't describe like the taste. It is good. I would not.
I'll take your word for it, but I still reckon it's gonna taste gross. It's like the older it gets, even if you cook it, even if it's still fresh, it's like that afternoon. The taste is totally changed, and I just can't stomach it.
And the canned albacore or the canned Chinook or coho. Oh, it's absolutely to die for. I think Earl's going to grab a jar.
That right there is enough tuna to go in a 9x13 casserole.
Yeah.
And it will flavor the whole thing. And this one doesn't have much oil in it compared to a lot of them.
Yeah.
So
that's still like a lot of flavor sitting there.
No, it is. I know.
Oh, it's excellent.
I think the reason this one probably doesn't have much oil in it is because it was chunked instead of a whole piece.
Yep.
It's the leftover pieces, but that still would flavor a 9x13 casserole plenty enough to eat.
It's just tuna for me. Like any other fish, salmon, trout. What else do we eat? Brim. We eat coral trout. We eat a whole pile of different reef fish.
Oh,
any other fish I eat, it doesn't affect me. It's just tuna.
You did a great job, Barbie. I'm not complaining at all. I'm just saying that the reason this one isn't as full of oil is probably because it was chunked. That's fine.
So Barbie was talking about canned shad, which shad is a anadromous herring that we get that runs up the Columbia River and into the Willamette and all that kind of stuff too. And shad it's a herring, so it's very bony. Have you ever had herring, Sandy?
Yeah. I eat herring all the time.
So we'll can the shad because of all the fine bones, and what it does is it cooks it down and it dissolves the bones, much in the same way. But it comes out to a consistency very similar to the canned tuna, and you can still use it in casseroles or like what Earl had in there. I'm thinking of a tuna melt, like a sandwich. Oh, that's
you can
really good. I should probably eat something for dinner here pretty soon. Somebody said tater tots, and then you brought up that jar. I'm just like over here. I'm starting to. My beard's gonna start dripping. Yeah, look at that, man. Jake's got
that all tuna?
Yeah, that looks good, Jake.
Oh,
What'd you
that
put
looks
in it?
great.
No.
Did you put anything in it, or you just canned it straight?
No.
Jalapenos, salt, and belly fat.
No.
There you go.
Oh, you got the bacon in there.
That's a waste of bacon.
Making me hungry,
in the belly.
says Oregon Fishing Adventures.
Sardines, pillies, herring, anchovies. They're all fine. It's just tuna.
No, not bacon. Belly fat from the tuna for the oil, salt, and jalapeno. Sorry.
Yeah, well, no, I always call the belly of the tuna the bacon. You know, a lot of guys.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah, a lot of guys use the tuna belly for bait, especially in the tributaries fishing for salmon, because it's a big stinky chunk, and they'll put the green brine and bright on it or something else, or and they'll put that on the hook along with some eggs when it's really dark out, because the fish is really smell sensitive, and you smack a big Chinook in the mouth with that, they'll just whoop right down, swallow that baby whole, and you're on for a fight.
Barbie, I have not tried it yet. I think if you let it set for a week or so, that jalapeno stuff will go through it better. At least that's the way pig's pork sausage does. If you eat pork sausage as soon as you make it, it tastes a lot different than it does a week later. So I'll wait for a little bit and try one. I'm sure it's.
Are you struggling, Lauren? That's my name. It's not an M, it's an R and an N.
Yeah, Kyle, I just made some of that halibut the other day on a live.
I think
chat.
Lauren was confused because he texted me and asked if you were a good person or something like that. I don't know.
No, don't trust the Roboducky. How can you be on two different accounts at the same time? I'm not.
I see now that he thought you were somebody else.
Name on StreamYard.
I was wondering
I
why you
will
were asking me, because I know he's been in here when you were before.
Lauren, what is going on with you? I don't even know how to change it. That's not it.
When you enter the studio, you can.
I swear I can change it while I'm here. There we are.
Yeah, probably under more.
Here we go, Lauren. Let's help you brain today.
Barbie, I use that canning salt.
Oh,
That's
the Morton's
my
canning
name.
salt. Yeah,
I was born with it. That's when it happened. Okay?
Yeah, you don't want Satan in your tuna.
No.
I don't think I'm going to get you to can my tuna anymore.
You gotta take out the holy water and just stash it as is.
It could be like she could be referring to like that deviled ham, you know, the stuff that comes in. Have some deviled tuna, you know.
Okay, so when I'm on the Sandy Toes account, it's through Safari. But to sit next to Earl, I have to use Chrome because Safari doesn't like my computer. And Chrome doesn't like the Sandy Toes account, so I have to use my Adorn account. It's rocket science.
Is that why some of my accounts don't want to work on here?
Yeah.
I keep making new accounts just to confuse
If
people.
I'm on Sandy Toes account, it's because I'm through Safari and I don't plan on going on a live stream. I'm just in a chat. But if I'm sitting next to Earl, I have to go through Chrome, and Chrome doesn't like Sandy Toes. Seems suspicious to me.
I don't like sandy toes much either. I keep washing the sand off, and there's still some left.
So you don't forget me. I'm like that annoying sister.
Whoa!
That's the
Whoa.
second time Jake has thrown us off the boat in 24 hours.
Does anybody
You
see
don't
my
like us,
phone?
Blake, just say so.
I don't see your phone, Jake.
I don't either.
Turns
Is
the
it down
light.
in build?
Turn the light on.
Where
old
did
man.
it go?
I don't know where it went.
Keep talking, follow the sound.
It's somewhere where it's black.
It's Marco.
What
It's very
is
dark.
going on? I have no idea where my phone went.
It
Marco
went
Polo.
down.
We're down here under the bridge. Come find us.
Are
Just
you
leave him
kidding
in
me?
the dark.
Back to Lauren. Lauren had asked earlier about catfishing on the Columbia. And Lauren, my experience with that is that you got to get either in some of the back sloughs or get into some of the tributaries when they're warmer, depending on where you're at. Otherwise, whatever you throw out there in the Columbia is liable to get gulped up by a sturgeon. Sturgeon tend to be, unless you're suspending the bait, and even then, fishing for the catfish out there, there's just, they say that it's said that there's not a lot of sturgeon out there, but there's really a lot of sturgeon out there, and they're very opportunistic. So, I found that if I'm fishing the one main Columbia tributary that I really like
Found it.
to fish to,
Hooray!
one is John Day, and the other one's the Snake River. So, just to give you an idea of my experience with catfishing on the Columbia. Jake's back.
Jake, what do your neighbors think
So
about you being
Lauren-
on a live stream in your boat?
Oh
sitting
yeah,
in
they're
the
probably
driveway?
like, "What is this guy doing?" Yep. So
He
Lauren just
likes
told
his
me.
boat
I
singing,
took my
he sits
earplug
there
out
and talks to himself.
and I found it.
Dude, check this out. It was right here. It fell right on top of my steering wheel. Like perfectly flat to where I couldn't see it.
That's hilarious.
It could only be you. None of us could pull that off except you.
That was a good move, Lauren. Thanks for calling me.
He called you.
Yeah. And thank God it was on vibrate. Because I had to pull my earplug off and I was like listening. And I was looking right at the phone for like 30 seconds. Like, why is my steering wheel vibrating? You know?
Did you have your light on the whole time?
Yeah.
It was plumb dark on our end.
It was completely black. Like, I thought you dropped it down into your bilge or
I
something.
thought we were under the steering wheel, like on the floor under the cabinet.
That's what I thought.
Now I'm crawling all over here. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You need to invest in better secure mounts for your phone.
Oh, man, I got such a good mount. too.
You're not even on the water and you're tipping us off. You're just like,
Well, that
"Oh,
was- That was my sketchy little.
What do you guys think about me going live sometime while we're crabbing? I think that'd be a good
Do
time.
it.
it'd
Do
be
it.
fun."
This thing is nice.
You need some
But-
window covers that look like water, Jake.
But since I dropped it, this thing is all like lopsided now, so it's hard.
Jake, I might go out with Grant again this Saturday
Nice.
if he's going salmon fishing.
Okay. Yeah, we need some more. We need some more Pacific Northwest people going live.
Why?
Cause I like watching local guys. You know.
Yeah, I know. I should go live someday when I'm on my job. Just set my phone up and go live. That way you
Yep.
can watch.
Yeah, yeah.
Plus, I'd probably get a whole lot of new people in because of the I'd do it on YouTube, not on StreamYard.
Yeah.
But
I get like 100 subscribers per hour every time I go live.
I can tell. There's Mr. Weed,
Over 100 people in the live when I
sorry
jumped in.
fisherman that can't catch a fish in a reef robber hat. Come on now.
Hey, did you burn that thing yet or what?
That's bad luck, Jake. The reef robber hat.
That's what I'm telling you.
Possessed.
I didn't tell them when they bought them, but that's why I got them. I had them
You haven't
cursed
rubbed
by
it on that
Jake.
lucky rock of yours. Hey, Hopper. Welcome in.
Hopper, what's up there, Hopper?
But that's what it is. You haven't rubbed the hat on the lucky rock before you send them out.
I appreciate it, Weed. Real fishy is bad.
Hopper in here, Brandon. What's going on?
Mr. Hopper.
I'm just trying to figure out, Brian, since you moved out now, who's going to take me sturgeon fishing?
Oh, I'll still take you sturgeon fishing. We'll just have to make a little bit of a trip out of it. I did go. I dumped some bait down in the pit when I was fishing with Weston on Saturday, with the hopes that there might still be some spawners up in the area, and pretty much got all my bait shredded by crawdad. So there's one of three places that the sturgeon are sitting right now, and they're definitely not up in the no-go zone from the spawning estuary. So I think the water got a little bit too warm, so they probably punched out closer to the Columbia right now. So but we can definitely go sturgeon fish over the winter at some point. I'll probably be back over there, maybe about once a month or so, just because I got family that can use my help with stuff. So
Yeah.
when I get that planned out, though, we'll get out there and I'll put on a show like I did for Jake. So
Barbie, I'm not sure that you'd want to show me because you get sick on my boat, remember? On calm ocean days. So you'd probably get sick on the river too.
How choppy does the river get? Can't get that much worse than the ocean.
Funny. That is funny. I got somebody in my basement called Bot One. Like I'm gonna let them up.
Oh, you getting that stuff again, huh?
Yeah. It's funny. They won't go in the chat. There's too many mods in there.
Brian Hopper and I went out to that same spot for sturgeon, and we got skunked. And then we headed up to the falls and fished under the bridge, and maybe another spot or two, and nothing.
So, this is what I had to do. So I took my niece out. And what time of year did you and Weed go out?
A month ago.
Okay, so I went out in June, and I went down. I hit 4 or 5 holes that I normally hit, and I was marking fish, but they were kind of suspended. So I moved up higher in one of the trenches just outside of Milwaukee Bay, and I dumped the bait down. I marked a good fish, and no more than about 2 minutes later, the line took off. The fish swallowed, and it was about a 5.5 foot fish. It breached right in front of the Portland Spirit. It was pretty cool because there's all those people up there. They're drinking their mimosas and everything, and here comes this. It came completely out of the water. It wasn't just a tail walk. It like arced out and flew out. And it was my niece's first sturgeon, and the fish was bigger than her. So I had to move and get into more of a, I guess, more of a sloping transition where the barometer was just about right, but they were still kind of suspending a little bit.
I have to go.
And
That was the
I
school.
had to move to where the scent trail was going to be.
Thanks for coming in.
See you, Sandy.
I'll talk to you later. Bye.
So I had to change my tactics a little bit. That fish was on a smelt. So and I had to bathe that smelt in some pretty stinky stuff. This time of year, it's going to probably be a Portland Harbor Swan Island show. That's what I'm guessing.
All right.
That's where they're going to be sitting. And more in October, they'll start stacking into the basin pretty thick. Like you'll run your electronics over, you'll be like, what's that all over the bottom? And they're all fish.
All right.
They'll look like a lot on your electronics.
Sweet. Okay.
Let's see, Beta, you're let's see. Oh, I can't click on the links in here, Beta, but I think I looked at that rod and reel combo. That should be fine for sturgeon. Time that we looked at it, so you should be okay. 30-pound drag is ideal. 80-pound braid for your main. 130-pound Dacron.
Get you one of these.
Yeah,
That's
what
what
I'm
he's
using.
looking at, I think.
Yeah, the cold water.
Oh no, that's not what he's looking at. But yeah, that's a good reel.
Yeah, that's my preferred.
This is a
That's
30
a
303D. Yeah.
Yeah, the 303D is a really good one. 30-pound drag. You can get what is about 300 yards of 65 on there. 80 pounds good, 65 is good out of a boat. 80-pound off the bank. And I always run 130-pound Dacron just because if you get the juvenile sturgeon, they'll be just this little tiny thing, but their scoops are just razor sharp. They'll just through 80-pound Dacron. I don't know. Fisherman's was selling a bunch of 50-pound Dacron. That was kind of a silly thing. So I always stick to
$45, Jake. Jake, Lauren is asking $45 for that reel. I think that's more like 100 or 130.
110 maybe.
Yeah, for that one. That's not the one you showed.
Dan.
I got the whole Brian go-to bag right here actually.
I got Jake dialed pretty good. I don't all my sturgeon stuff's packed up, or no, it's back at home. I'm sorry. Otherwise, I'd bust it out and show you. But Jake should have all the right stuff.
So that Dacron, that reel, get you some lead balls.
Yep.
There's 16s. I think these are 8 or 10-aught hooks.
Looks like a 10 to me.
And it's a circle hook barbless. Get you some beads. And some sliders for your weight. This goes on your main line. Then your weight hooks to that. So that the fish can take your line and your bait without dragging the weight, you know. There's no resistance on them. They kind of suck it up, kind of eat on it for a little bit and then take it. That's it. Simple.
Yeah, usually on that take, you know, you go, you'll feel the whoop, and then you just, when you set the hook, the biggest thing is you set the hook and you reel like mad until you feel the weight of that fish, and then the fight's on. Once it knows that it's getting pulled, it's over. That's when that fish starts fighting, and they will vacuum
That's all
themselves.
for sturgeon.
Yep. Hey, Lauren. They're not line shy. They can't see. And the nice part of the Dacron is after you get a few fish, it gets a lot softer. So when you're rigging up your herring or your smelt and you hook it through the head, you half hitch it up. This is what Dave Eng taught me. So you hook it through the head, get that hook coming out. People say, well, don't they feel the hook? Well, it's just like a bone in a fish. They don't care. So they'll suck that thing up. Sometimes they get, it was about a 6-foot sturgeon, Jake, we got, and it got it down in the clam crusher where I had to hold it by the mouth and dig down in its throat. That's where get them all the way back. That's the important part of going with the barbless hook. That way you can pop those out. Yeah, Ted, I just saw your comment there. Those slider weight, I mean, for offshore fishing, they're magic, especially if you're using like a lever drag or something and you set your clicker and they take off with the bait, that weight stays there and they can just run and hook up.
See if I can do this. Yeah, hook it in the face of it. And then just do some half hitches around the bait, right?
Yep, just like that.
And then you kind of like, you're wrapping the fish and kind of supporting it.
That's all you got to do. Jake learned well.
Jake didn't answer, but I did. Yes, that is for sturgeon.
The Dacron?
All the
He
gear.
was asking if everything was for sturgeon.
Oh, yeah. That's my little sturgeon bag there. Keeping the boat.
Really
and then
good
rod.
Yeah,
rod,
you're
you can
running
just buy one of those Tigers. Kind of a cheap Tiger halibut rod, maybe, I guess. That's what I got.
Jake, you see the comment up there?
Randy, get out of here.
He's going to fire you for the third time now, Randy.
Fired.
So, Jake and even Earl, when we get our retention season for sturgeon opened up, it will be up in the Dalles pool and John Day pool. It might not be a bad plan to maybe go up there and try for a keeper. It'll be a one-day deal, and it'll be a zoo, but it might not be a bad plan to go up there and go fish the Dalles pool or up in John Day pool. John Day pool's got a higher quota than the Dalles pool, but it might not be a bad plan to go whack see if we can get a keeper, because if you get one in the slot limit, I mean, that's a big fish.
Yeah, if it works out, I'm all for it. But it's my schedule.
I don't really care if we get a keeper or not. I'm not. Yeah.
I'd like to try one for sure.
They're a lot like halibut.
Really?
I will say that. Yeah, they don't have a single bone in their body. Only
Wow.
bone in their skull. They're just like a shark.
All right.
Yeah. They stink when you got them, though.
Well, they're a bottom eater.
Yeah. Well, they clean the river bottom.
Yep.
Like a merganser duck. Don't make the mistake and breast a merganser. Think it's going to be good.
Well, I found with mergansers, because when I go out and duck hunt, I'll shoot them because they eat fish,
Yeah.
And I'll take the breasts and I'll soak them in vinegar and make a real good brine, and then I smoke the breast and turn it into jerky. So I don't waste.
All right, Adventure America, have a good one.
Later, Troy.
See ya.
You're actually eating them birds, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm kind of hillbilly.
Cool.
You know, I'll try anything once. You ever eat a coot?
No.
Yeah. So you know, you get a 25 limit per day. Sometimes I'll freeze them and use them trained dogs. But we got a whole pile of coot one time. Came right into our decoys. We shot all of them, and my friend was like, "Oh, this is what I do." He throws them in a crock pot and he cooks them down, and then just drenches them in barbecue sauce and throws them on slider sandwich buns. And I did that. And the kids and I and my wife, we all ate it, and it's like, oh, that's not bad. You just got to put a lot of barbecue sauce on it. I'll try anything once.
Yeah. I won't try smoked canned shad.
Yeah.
Barbie can't talk. Yes, she can, but she can't talk right, evidently, because her phone can't understand her.
I'm dependent. Yeah. Yeah. Simung's videos, he does quite a bit. I mean, I got some videos on my other channel, and you know, just catch and release and stuff like that. But it's been a long time since I've had sturgeon, so I was thinking, you know, that retention would be a lot of fun if it fell on the right days and got the right people together.
Dan O'Hara, and he has a buddy that he went to school with that's a guide on the Upper Columbia, and they troll for up around Hermiston, somewhere up in there. They troll for salmon and then back drift to the dock again, fishing for walleye.
Yep.
And we want to go do that run this year.
Yeah,
So,
the walleye up there are incredible, and they get good size too.
so I want to go
Walleye.
do that sometime this year. So we'll see.
Yeah, walleye, it's like trolling for tuna. You troll them real fast. You run a bottom walker with a bow tie and a worm harness, or you know, something like that. I've got them out on the Willamette with jerk baits, actually.
Yeah.
Fishing bass, you know, little ones, but they're in the Willamette too. There's a guy that works down at Fisherman's, and he goes out there all the time for walleye when he gets tired of fishing for salmon. So
Yeah.
he's out there going after all those and everything else. Yeah, it's definitely, you know, there's just so many different fisheries around here to go and tackle. It's like, can you cover them all in a lifetime?
Oh, I know. Real Fishy is trying to go for a bunch of the most popular fish in Oregon. He's crossing them off the list as he goes. It's kind of neat to watch.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Supposed to be going
Where
fishing for walleye.
Where are you going for that, Kyle?
I've never caught a walleye. I've been fishing for them once.
Weren't you going walleye fishing with somebody?
Who, me?
Or aren't you planning on to or something? Maybe with
Yeah,
Dan?
I just said. I just got done saying that's why we got talking about walleye.
Hello?
I said me and Dan O'Hara are going to go over.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Oh, Real Fishy, you're talking about the sockeye. That's on the Columbia. They run June, July, but you'll be able to, you know, next
Going
year.
up to Dexter, I went on Lookout Point, and we caught a great big pike minnow, but that's and a couple little smallmouth, but that's all we got all day. But it was raining, and it wasn't a very nice day, and whatever. But still a fun little trip.
I better go, fellers.
Really low right now.
lookout point is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got it drained way down.
Yeah, Wikiup's really low right now. And I went up there just to kind of see if I could get my drift boat in. And I mean, there's hardly any ramp access.
Yeah.
The kokanee are getting ready to spawn, and I'd like to go vertical jig for them. And it's just so low right now. I mean, one of the back areas, my wife and I, we wandered down there, and there was a lot of fish rising, and I couldn't tell what they were, but you know, there's some good largemouth in there too, but they weren't largemouth for sure. They had to be something else. But over there by the South Twin Arm, that ramp, you can't get a boat down in it, so you got to either go paddle or something like that. But Crane Prairie's been pretty full, so yeah, but they keep Crane full anyway. So
yeah. Oregon Fishing Adventures. Let me know how you do over there.
Yeah,
I'd be interested to know.
Oh, cool! You're going with
I've
Rob.
seen what they've done to Green Peter. Foster, I haven't seen a lot there. I mean, they haven't done. I don't think they're doing a lot there. But I know Green Peter was a mess there for a while, way down, and dead fish everywhere. It's supposed to, in 5 or so years, it's supposed to be better than it was, though.
Well, weren't they draining down Green Peter for smolt passage?
I think something.
Yeah, it was for Chinook and.
But they killed so many fish in that lake.
Oh yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah,
too,
but they're just stocker. They're just stocker cooking, eh?
Are they stock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But still, I mean, that's still a lot of fish.
Yeah.
You'll be making a video regardless of how you do. That's kind of how I do too. I always make a video just in case.
Yeah, you had a good video come out today. I watched that one. That was nice.
Which
Yeah.
one? Oh, that.
Kyle. Yeah, Kyle went out. I know exactly where he was, by the way. I'm going there Wednesday.
I think Lauren was asking about whitefish and Lookout Point. I think they are in there, Lauren. I smacked like 3 whitefish up here on the upper Deschutes last week, and one of them was like 16 inches. And I need to do a catch and cook with a whitefish, because I don't think they get the recognition they deserve around here. I got a good one off the Blackman sometime, and I smoked that one. It was really good.
Guys, I'm out of here.
Take it easy.
Take care, Jake.
Have a good one. Thanks for coming up and being on panel and stuff.
Mm-hmm. We'll see you probably next Monday.
Okay.
Maybe we'll see live crabbing Saturday, huh?
I don't know. If I can get on that charter, I'll probably do that. And if not, I probably won't do anything. I'll probably stay home and stack my firewood and stuff like that.
Yeah, the ocean didn't look good for the next 5 days, that's for sure.
Yeah, right. So
yeah, hopefully do something. All right, guys. Later, Brian. Good seeing you. Been a while.
Good seeing you too, Jake.
Yeah, guys. Take care.
Later. Jason's leaving too.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably head out here too, Earl. I got to get up early and ready for work tomorrow.
Yeah, I should probably just quit here too shortly. It's about that time. Man, a bunch of people just left. I'm down.
Yeah.
Went from 13 down to 8 all of a sudden.
Well, Earl, I'm gonna head on out. So have a good night.
Yep.
And I'll try
Thanks
to
for
pop in.
coming up.
Yeah. See you guys all later.
And I think I'm going to head out. Lost a bunch of people there. It's getting close. I usually run about 2.5 hours, and that's where we're at. So I think I'm going to head on out. Thanks for coming in, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate you hanging out. This is where I learned to know all you guys a lot. So I enjoy it. I appreciate you coming in. So catch you next week. Have a good one.